Coaster's Con Horror Stories.
Hi everyone, happy Halloween! This is Coaster the T-Fox, and tonight we'll be recounting my very first ever and possibly most terrifying con horror story ever, where I almost disappeared. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get the latest uploads from this channel, like the video, and share. And if you'd like to become a Patreon today to support the channel for more content, the link is in the description below. So let's get started with the con horror story. So my first experience with possibly the most terrifying event I've ever encountered at a convention was actually back at Anthrocon 2017. It was my first convention at Anthrocon, and I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic con. Go check it out if you've never been to Anthrocon. Fantastic con. And so, how it all began was it was a Saturday evening. We had been conventioning all day, as you know, having a blast of a time. My friends and I, roommates, had just finished up at the Dutch Angel Dragon Meet, where we saw Telephone and all the Dutchies. Oh my goodness, so many Dutchies. And everyone was getting tired. It was quite late. It was getting close to 10 o'clock, and there were events we wanted to attend in the morning. So the others said they were going to go ahead back to the hotel, and I said, that's fine. You guys go ahead back to the hotel. I want to go out and grab a late bite to eat. So I said, okay, I want to go and get myself a salad. So I said, okay, I'll get a salad. So it being late at night and such, and most of the businesses in Pittsburgh were closed for the evening, I opted out for a salad from McDonald's, of course. And so I looked at the nearest McDonald's on my phone, and I locked it in, and I started heading out. Now, I wasn't in fursuit at that time due to the fact that it was getting late and I wanted to kind of wind down for the evening. And so I started walking through Pittsburgh towards the direction of the McDonald's. Now, the thing is, the phone I was using, it was having some battery issues in a way, so the battery's charge would only last about 10 to 15 minutes. And it was something I noticed that was happening during the con, and I didn't really understand why. So I'm using my phone, going towards my destination, and it's, I see fursuiters, I see people walking up and down the streets with con bags, and people just having a great time. It's it's the area around the convention. It's fine. So I'm walking down towards some of the restaurant areas, because if you take a right, it takes you toward restaurants. If you take a left at the fork, it takes you toward the hotels and different resident areas where you could stay. So as I'm heading that way, I'm about a block away from where I need to be, almost there, and then my phone completely dies. There's no turning it back on. There's no GPS. I have absolutely no way to know where I'm going next. So I was like, what do I do? Oh my gosh, I really wanted to get a snack. Well, fortunately, it was only just around the corner. So I go ahead and turn, and there I see my place where I wanted to get my salad. So I go inside, wait about 15 minutes for the salad to be made. It was very busy for some reason. And then I head back out. I start heading back out and heading back towards the hotel. And so I started heading towards the area where I felt the hotel would be. Now, it being this late, and considering I already walked a pretty good distance, I said, there's probably a way I could get to the hotel faster by taking a shortcut. taking a shortcut. What harm could it do? So I go over and I see two people coming up towards me on the sidewalk, and I was like, "Say, would you guys happen to know the fastest way to cut across here to the place where I'm staying, which was the Omni-Win Hotel, which very pretty hotel on the inside, very nice." And they said, "Yeah, you can take the area right over here on Oliver Avenue, which will take you down, like kind of like right through the back ways of these different businesses and buildings." I was like, "Okay, we'll try that." So I grab my salad and I head down towards that way. And as I'm walking, it just it something just didn't feel right. Something felt very off. It's like as soon as I turned down that way, there was almost no light. It was creepy. There was shadows everywhere, and over to my left, there was this massive, ancient looking church that had these statues that looked like they were about to jump out at you at any second. I mean, it was a really creepy alley, basically. It was basically an alley. So I did like a loop going around this place because to go across there was a dead end and I really couldn't go that way. So I kind of went back to where I had started at the entrance of the avenue. And I'm like, well, I couldn't get there, so let me try going a little, let me go down that way again, and let me take a right. So I decided to take a right, because I thought, I still want to cut across here. I don't want to walk all the way back to the convention center the way I just came. So I did. I took a right, and I kept going, and I kept going, and it's like, it's just getting worse. It's getting darker, and there's these people in the shadows watching me, because I actually had an Anthrocon light up hat that I'll show you. And this is what the hat looks like up close. You can see that, okay? That's the nice little light up hat that we have. And go back. And when I realized it, I was close to a place called 3rd Street, which was like a quarter of a mile or more away from my hotel. It was a very uneasy situation. Because like I just all I have on me is a dead cell phone, my salad, and my wallet and ID. So I'm like trying to go back as quick as possible. So once I make that final turn back onto where I had started at Oliver Avenue, that's when I started walking back into the lights and I started seeing fursuiters again and people. I'm like, oh, this is much better. This is, oh my goodness. I looked back and saw the dark alleys. I'm like, I never should have done this. So I ended up going all the way back to where I started from at the convention center, and then I turned left back to my hotels. To the hotel. What the heck am I saying? So once everyone got settled down and such, I was like, oh, the worst is over. What could possibly be worse than that? I was like, my salad. I really am very hungry right now. It's only been out in the city, in the warm air for about an hour. What could possibly go wrong with eating it, right? That was not a good idea. Because after I finished my salad and got cleaned up for bed, about 30 minutes later, I just started doubling over in some of the worst stomach cramps I can imagine. It was not fun. I was doubled over on the bed, like saying, guys, I think I might need to go to the hospital. This is not good. And I was like, why did I eat that salad? Why did I eat that salad? I probably should have just went for a pizza or something. But no, salads are okay. Salads are still good. Just don't eat spoiled food. That's all I can say. Don't eat spoiled food. That's not a smart thing to do. So eventually the cramps do alleviate after about 2 hours into the cramping and such. My one roommate offered me some a pill. I think it was ibuprofen, because there was like a gazillion pills in this bag, and he pulls out this one pill. He's like, "Take this." I'm like, what is it?" He's like, it'll help. I'm like, "Is it ibuprofen?" He goes, "Yeah." Like, "Are you sure? You've got like a gazillion pills in that bag." I'm like, "I don't care. I need something to help with the pain." So I ended up taking the pill, and I started feeling a bit better. So, I guess the important thing about this encounter, this ordeal, this con horror story is, if you're going out, let someone know where you're going. Try to take somebody with you. Don't go out late at night, especially during a convention, because there's a high risk that you could either get lost or possibly mugged or something. That is just not a pleasant thing to have happen. So I would just say, make sure your phone works, and make sure you have a battery pack, and if even possible, possibly bring some pepper spray, just to be extra safe. So I'd like to thank everyone so much for watching, for participating, and for being a part of my YouTube channel. Thank you so very much. And if you'd like to support the channel further by being a Patreon today, there's a link in the description with special perks for different Patreon tiers. And my eternal thanks to all of you. Thank you so very much. Love you all very much, and I wish everyone a very happy Halloween. This is Coaster the T-Fox. Have a nice evening and a safe Halloween for everyone. Bye for now.